Hey everyone, thank you for being with me. Thank you for joining me on the BrianTMurray YouTube channel. I am your host, Brian. I'm just grateful to have you all here. We're here for a couple of reviews for WandaVision. Interesting stuff. We are on episode 7 and 8. Yes, episode 7 and 8. So, where should I start? Lot going on. Okay, so we have the post-Halloween party. Halloween party. The whole community of Westview. Whatever that is. How the House of M. It is we're done with that, and here we are in episode 7. We have the after effects. We don't really know where Pietro is per se, because he makes a cameo at the after credits with Monica. But Wanda is laying in bed. They are the Marvel. They did an excellent job with doing a parody of Modern Family and The Office. Yeah, that's it. A wonderful parody. Sidebar: Billy and Tommy, the boy actors playing them, they are the cutest little boys. Okay, they are the cutest little boys. I mean, like, if Billy and Tommy was anybody, it would definitely be them. I'm saying this is because I know what Billy and Tommy is going to manifest to be in the future. Is because Marvel needs this all to connect. Is because it's going to connect to Young Avengers in the near future. That's critical. That is critical. Okay, it's because this WandaVision. Don't think you're getting season 2 next year. You're not. Okay, it's because we will get it eventually. But see, unlike most shows, okay, season 1 here, season 2 here, whatever. It's a little different. It's because what's happening in WandaVision is it has triggered a number of other things in the Marvel Universe. So you are going to see the MCU correcting that as that goes on, correcting, dealing with that as that goes on. So you have Wanda, who is recovering from expanding the borders of Westview. So they have the Modern Family set up where she's basically having an acute breakdown. Okay, it's because, excuse me, stuff is fizzling throughout the house. The milk is changing. Billy and Tommy controllers are changing. You saw the Uno cards. You saw the old school controllers. Everything's changing. And here's the thing: Wanda has no idea why it's happening. Now, the fact that she has the ability to warp reality is one thing, but when she loses control of it, y'all, that creates problems for other people. So that is interesting. So outside the bubble, you have Sword, their version of Sword, that is getting Monica Rambeau ready to break into the barrier of Westview. That's not going to be successful the way that they think it is. While by Wanda extending the borders of Westview, Vision is brought back in, and he's alive, because outside of the Westview he doesn't exist. That's why when he tried to break out, he was deteriorating right before our eyes. Okay, so that wasn't going to work. Okay, so you have Vision and Darcy that is connecting, because Vision needs answers, and Darcy, and we see how the bubble works is because Darcy on the outside, she is one of the scientists, okay, but Darcy on the inside, she is a part of the thing, which is consistent with what Vision is. Okay, is because Vision has to realize that wait, something's off. It's like my readings and my metrics is fine, but there's certain things about this just doesn't make sense. Remember back into I believe it was episode 5 when Wanda when Vision was getting ready to confront Wanda, which is something you don't want to do, especially by yourself. He said, "Why is it there are no other children in Westview?" And like that was fascinating. And then we found out the following the following episode, we have the Halloween episode where it's kids everywhere, you know. So we have that going on. We see Billy and Tommy dealing with Wanda, dealing with their mother, and she's having a nervous breakdown right before their eyes, and they don't know what is happening. So Agnes comes in, and then she sweeps the boys away, giving Wanda a personal day. We have that going on. And then we are going on. Agent Wu and Monica getting ready to get into the bubble. She tries to get into the bubble. That doesn't happen. Interesting enough, when Vision is trying to make his way back to the house, Wanda, I believe subconsciously, is not allowing it to happen. That explains when Vision and Darcy was taking the fun truck, you know, back to the house, and like all this crazy stuff started happening, kind of blocked him out, and it's like, wow, yes, the only way to get there is you have to fly there. Okay, so yeah, we have that going on. Okay, so Agnes is babysitting Billy and Tommy. They're figuring that out, and then Monica gets into Westview. We have that going on. Vision flees the fun truck. We have that going on. He's flying to the house. So Monica, Captain Marvel, the second edition of Captain Marvel, and I know that's throwing you all off, but isn't Brie Larson's character Captain Marvel? Technically no. It's because there is a difference between the comic book, which are basically the source documents, to the MCU. So the MCU is the mainstream that everyone can click on or see the movies or whatever, blah blah blah, and just see everything. But Monica comes to confront Wanda like, I'm here to save you, but you have to help me. And Wanda, being in her fractured state, she's like, look, if you come near me, I'm going to hurt you. Do you remember the moment when Monica, I think Wanda pushed her back or something, and Monica landed on her knee and foot, and in a ready stance, football defensive lineman stance, and like the blue energy that came from that stunned Monica and that stunned Wanda. And I'm like, yeah. Captain Marvel was getting ready to pop off, So the actress that plays Monica Rambeau is quite attractive. Something else I noticed is that she's a curvy lady. She's a curvy lady. Thank the Lord, she's a curvy lady. I mean, like the black bottoms is slimming. But oh no, we see it now. Come on, we see it. That's nice. A small frame, but yet, kicked up, if you will. That is pretty nice. All right. Anyway, so Agnes breaks up the confrontation and take Wanda to the house, and then Wanda began to realize that something is off. Something is not right. And where are my twins? So she said the basement. So Wanda actually goes down there. She doesn't see the boys, and we'll find out why she is in the basement, and we see the reveal at the end on how it was Agnes all along. This has sent shockwaves over the internet that it was Agatha all along. Nice by Marvel doing this, but those of us comic book scholars, we know who's really behind this. And I think what it is they are trying to do is, we're not trying to reveal Mephisto quite yet. we're trying to build up to that. Okay, so for the meantime, we will give it to Agatha Harkness. Okay, so yeah, they have her as a villain / antagonist. I'm like, no, that's not Agatha. It's because as I posted on Facebook earlier this week, or maybe it was last week, Agatha Harkness, she used to babysit Franklin Richards, who is the absolute most powerful mutant in the Marvel Universe, depending how you look at it. And what I mean by that is, those of us that has followed the X-Men versus Fantastic Four in 2020, because I remember the original back in 1980s. And here we are. Okay, that's hot. They are revealing Agatha. Revealed at the end. It was Agatha all along. We have all this happening, and yeah, my thing is, I want to get to where Mephisto is, because we're dealing with Marvel entities now. That's where I want to get at. The fact that we had the Infinity War storyline without Mephisto, and I'm like, yo, that was pretty good, but it would have been so much better if Mephisto is Marvel's version of the Antichrist. He's not Satan, because they just created the one below all, so he represents Satan. But Mephisto, who's been around since since the 70s. Yeah, I liken him to the Antichrist. So he's pretty involved. He knows how to reach out to, interesting enough, he knows how to reach out to even the street level superheroes. Spider-Man, Daredevil. When I read how he approached Daredevil back when I was a little boy and I was just getting into Daredevil comic books, that was amazing. But it was very sad because I had something going on in my personal life that between that and reading Mephisto's encounter with Daredevil, that just threw me off. that just threw me off. It was like, I don't know what to do. As a kid, sometimes you just don't know what to do. You know, it's funny, is because you're prepared for life as long as everything stays standard. But when something happens and throws you off, you're like, I don't know what to do. Ay, ay, ay. So for the time being, they are making Agatha the villain. And I'm like, okay, we can go that route. I think they're saving Mephisto for Doctor Strange 2. Because from what I've been reading over the months is that they want Doctor Strange 2 to have all the heavy hitters in there and the multiverse and all the duplicates of the superheroes and all this other. So I think they're saving that for the big screen. So for this, they're just making Agatha the villain, and I'm like, okay, y'all have not done anything wrong since starting in 2008. So I get it. Well, however y'all want to do it, y'all know what it is you all are doing, and it's great is because Kevin Feige, it's not like he doesn't know what was happening in the comics. We're similar in that aspect. It's like you want to stick to the comic books, however, you have all this creative energy for you to creative privileges and everything to make things happen. So I get it. So that is Captain Marvel confronting Wanda. Everyone is strictly calling it was Agatha all along, and I'm like, okay. That's what is wow. I get it. Here we are, episode 8. Episode 8, while I was watching it, it kind of made me sad because someone who's familiar with the traumas of Wanda Maximoff, they had a great opportunity to preview Magnus. Great opportunity to really preview him, and Marvel was like, we're not trying to deal with any of the X-Men or their villains quite yet. See, as great as this stuff is, they're still curving it. They're still curving it. It's because people are just finding out in by and large that who Wanda and Pietro's father is. So I get it. So yeah, you have all these things happening. You go through Wanda's trauma. Before we start there, we start with Agatha, that is on trial by the other witches. They all quickly learn Agatha is more powerful than them, and she even subdues her mother, who was head of the trial or the execution. We have all that going on. Wanda is taken captured by Agatha. So Agatha, interesting enough, she was like, "You're pretty powerful, but it's basic stuff you don't know," and it shows the fact that something I always knew. Wanda was never really trained in her powers. She was trained how to be a hero, but she wasn't trained in her powers. Which means after the Avengers Disassemble storyline, when Doctor Strange got involved, and he was like, she was supposed to come back to me for me to train her on how to use her powers. But she never did. The reason why she never did is because she sacrificed her entire life for her friends, which means the Avengers. Because to train Wanda in her powers, that's not like a 2-week thing. No. No. The Marvel Universe just found out just how powerful Wanda is in Avengers Disassemble. When she had the illusion that the Kree Skrull Armandas was hovering over New York, all the Avengers is like, oh, what is happening? I don't understand what is happening. All these chaos things happening right behind each other, and if you remember in the early reviews, I was like, y'all gotta watch this chaos magic, because you can't really figure it out. You can't trace it. You can't contain it, unless you have someone like Doctor Strange involved. So we go through Wanda's traumas, opportunity to show Magnus. They did not go that they followed the storyline on how she was so much into 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, so forth sitcoms. You have that is going on. That's fine. You have where she is she has the Tesseract. She is a prisoner, and she found an Infinity Stone within the Tesseract. So you have that going on. You have her as a prisoner after Tony sent Vision to be her babysitter, if you will, and then you absolutely see how they fell in love. I mean, this is crazy. Wanda has been through so much trauma, yet she's one of the most powerful heroes in the Marvel Universe. And she falls in love with an android that has the brainwaves of his brother, by virtue of borrowing the brainwaves, Simon Williams, also known as Wonder Man. So you see them in love. You see it just happening. Then you go to the part where the next scene of trauma, she goes to the sword because she wants to give Vision a proper burial. They're like, that's not happening, because it connects with something that actually happened in the Marvel Universe. S.H.I.E.L.D. wanted to kidnap Vision because, he's a hero, but he's also, number one, he's not a real person, and two, he is a weapon. And like that episode shows that, like, Vision is a weapon. If he falls into the wrong hands, blah blah blah. But from my standpoint, Vision is not a it. He has proven himself too many times Okay, get all technical as you want, but he has proven himself too many times. So she's grieving the fact that they have separated him because they only wanted Vision because they just want control. It is always about control. I'll be teaching on that a little bit later. So you have that, and she's driving in her Buick. I noticed that. And she reaches Westview, New Jersey, and she has a mental breakdown, and it connects to her powers, and she creates Westview as we now know it, which is a semblance of the House of M. The M stands for her father's first name, which is Magnus. Magnus. Or go with his code name, Magneto. So you have how that's created. So Agatha's like, look, tell me what I want to know. You are untrained, but yet you possess so much power. And the weird thing is you don't know how to control it. Agatha's like, I'm powerful, but I want to understand how can I get the most out of my power. That's why I'm watching you, because you have just created this entire reality out of nothing. I want to know how to do that. So you have that going on. Agatha kidnaps Billy and Tommy. You have that going on. So that is the end of that. And towards the very end, this was part of the show I didn't necessarily care for back when it happened in Marvel Comics, but the White Vision. The White Vision. When Vision was kidnapped in the comic books, this was back in the 80s. This is when Wanda was having trauma after trauma after trauma after trauma, back to back to back to back to back. They kidnap her husband, take him, and then they find him and he's separated. They already dismantled him. So he later gets put back together, but Simon refuses to relinquish his brainwaves again to give Vision that personality. He's like, I'm not doing that again. This is why. Simon gave Vision his brainwaves is because to help him out. It's like, okay, cool, no problem. But what ended up happening? What ended up happening was Wanda was like, you're going to give him the brainwaves again. He was like, no, because I love you. I don't want you to fall in love with somebody else. I want you to... I've sat by for 30, 40 years and watched you two build a family and a life together. Why would I want to relinquish... Basically, your love is a lie. It stems from me. So why would I want to give you the brainwaves again for y'all to pick up right where y'all left off? So White Vision is a cold, hard android. Not the one with the personality as we now accustomed to seeing him as. He's not that anymore. So I agree with Simon Williams when he says I'm not giving you my brainwaves. The one person that Simon that I can recall that I ever fell in love with belonged to Vision. And he's like, 40 years of that? No thanks. So, yeah. This is just crazy. I mean, Elizabeth Olsen, let me tell y'all, she has won me over. She has won me over. I mean, before this, she was just an average looking woman. Seeing this woman operate in her charisma, meaning her gift, it's just been breathtaking because I know how this character is supposed to be, and she has fulfilled it. She has fulfilled it. It's crazy. It is crazy. So, yeah. Wanda's traumas. So, we have next week. We have the final episode. Yeah, episode 9. Episode 9. The conclusion of this, but yet it's not really the conclusion, is because they have opened a whole lot of issues that has to get confronted within the Marvel universe. So that will happen later on. It should pick up doing Doctor Strange 2. So you have that going on. So I sent it to my buddy, the fact that WandaVision is the #1 show in the world. Do y'all remember when those first 2 episodes dropped, the 50s and 60s? And like, people were like, what is this? And I'm like, y'all just need to stay tuned. The #1 show. That is amazing. That is not how you start, it's how you finish, man. It's not how you start, it's how you finish, man. So that is some really good stuff, man. So yeah. So next week, episode 9, how this concludes. Then the week after that, they have the making of WandaVision, and then the week after that, so 2 weeks from 3 weeks from now, we'll have episode 1 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So yeah, Marvel got all this stuff lined up. I saw the schedule online. I'm like, as long as, after basically taking a year off because of COVID, as long as you have given the people a scheduled stuff to look forward to, I think we are pretty good. So yeah, that is cool. So yeah, so there we have it. Review for episode 7 and 8. So I just really thank y'all for clicking this video and just watching my review as we go through this and everything. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, watching Elizabeth Olsen and the actress that plays her. I mean, they're like giving like Oscar type performances. No, this what's happening here ain't no little subculture, pop culture stuff. It's like they're giving like Oscar performances. So they're doing great, man. They are doing great. So all right, thank y'all, and I'll see y'all in a little bit. All right.